Hi, this is Joshua Townsend with The Creative Present, and I so appreciate you being here and coming on to the YouTube channel to do this sensory exercise. And it also means you got that email, and I appreciate you being on the email list. So, by this point, you most likely have had the discovery process of taking the creative quiz and finding out what your creative element is. And if you haven't, please do so, because that's one of the steps that we're building on in relationship to helping ourselves grow creatively by owning our own innate native skill sets, doubling down on that so that we have a very strong foundation of what we are really good at. And then from that, we can keep expanding and growing. So that's what this is about now. This is about how we take in the world. We take in the world through the 5 physical senses, and we record the world through those 5 physical senses. And then something runs inside of us, and through our creativity and who we are as unique human beings on this planet, then we put it out into the world through sight, sound, smells, tastes, and touch that look like sound or movement or art or visual art. Or that is what we're about today. The exercise. First is get into a comfortable position, one that you can write for 3 to 5 minutes. Grab pen and paper. Hopefully pen and paper. I prefer when people write, directly from their hand to a piece of paper. I feel like it's more connected. If you feel like it's not connected for you, then please use a keyboard. And the first writing assignment is to spend 3 to 5 minutes writing about the last meal that you really enjoyed. The meal that was just fantastic and that you loved it so much. And hopefully it's, within recent memory, the last day or two. So 3 to 5 minutes. Think of it as a journal entry, where you're just writing down how you thought, how you felt, all the things you remembered and noticed around the meal. It can include atmosphere as well as food, people, conversations, people, places, and things, right? So everything. It includes everything. 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll be right here waiting for you as soon as you're done. Great. So hopefully you hit pause and it's 3 to 5 minutes later and you had a good experience. Please do not reread it. Just put it aside. And now we're going to do our next exercise. The next exercise is really the same thing, 3 to 5 minutes, sort of journal-like entry, including everything that you remember about an event that was more than a year ago, something that happened several years ago. And it needs to be connected to an event, so something that you remember distinctly. So it would probably be something like a birthday, a wedding, a funeral, the first day of a job, the last day of a job, the first date, the last date, a marriage, a divorce, but something significant that you really, really remember with vivid detail. And again, it's a sensory experience. It's probably going to be positive or negative because that's how we remember things. And just go ahead and spend the next 3 to 5 minutes writing that. And welcome back. So hopefully you haven't reread either right in front of you, the writing that you did. And please make sure to actually do the exercise as we talked about before listening any further, because once you listen to what we're going to talk about now, you can never unhear it, and it might influence how you would write whatever you're going to write. So please stop here. This is like your final warning. Dead end ahead, danger. Don't go any further. Okay, so here we go. You've done both writes. They're in front of you. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to read over both writings from top to bottom. And what I'd like you to do is make notations as to the frequency, the duration, and the depth of the 5 physical senses. So I'd like you, in a way, sort of keep score, if you will, or notice your frequency, how many times, the duration, how long of a time you went over that particular sense, and also the depth. And the depth is the one that's really going to be particular to you and how you feel about it. But how deep did that sensory information go into you and then into your writing? And look at it from the sense of sight. When you describe something or it makes an impact on you, you're going through the visual. Or was it more sound? Is your writings full of sound, and it's like this beautiful soundscape of the clanging of dishes, or sounds far away or close by, the sound of someone's voice? Or was it kinesthetic? Was it about sensory input, like the touch of something, the feel of something, how it made you feel inside? Kinesthetic. And then for this purpose, we combine taste and smell together because they are interlinked. So we combine taste and smell. So whichever one, ultimately you'll have four different areas that you'll be looking at. My hope is that you'll make a discovery today of what sensory apparatus you tend to work through and how you express yourself in terms of what's being recorded in you and how you put it out into the world, so that when you do future writes, you can really double down on that and use it as your point of entry to get deeper and deeper into your writing. So please send me a little note. Let me know how this exercise worked for you. I would love to hear more. And hopefully we'll see each other very soon. Thanks.